What's up, folks? Welcome to our Springfield interview. Today we are at ISO Music in Springfield.
Good, man. Welcome
What's
to
up, man? How you doing?
Shoot, appreciate you doing the interview, bro.
So where we at?
Man, this is HISO, that's Studio B over there, Studio A this way. Recording studios, podcasts, event halls, man. By the way, I'm BP the Plug. Put this away. I'm thinking we can just set up over here.
All right, cool, man. So I see you got a nice setup ready there.
Just keep it simple.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. What's going on, man? Appreciate you having me on the show.
Nothing much. So welcome to our Springfield again. We have our ISO Music CEO in the building. So may you introduce yourself? Who are you? Where you come from, and all that?
Shoot, I go by a lot of different things. You know, IO. I'm BP the Plug. Came from the
Wait
bottom.
a minute, man. Why do you go by IO?
Man, so IO, you know what I mean, that's a nickname. You know, my full, you know what I mean, government name is IO Dele. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, used to call me IO. Some people call me Dele. You know, it just depends what side of the fence you're from, you know.
Okay, that's cool. So, how long you been in Springfield?
Man, I want to say I've been in Springfield, Illinois, man, pretty much all my life. I mean, I done, fortunately and unfortunately, moved away and came back several times. You know what I mean? I grew up and went to almost every school out here in high school. You know, I moved away for a little bit and came back and, you know, started a entertainment company in the town. So ever since then, I've been kind of grounded. But lately, I've been doing more ventures in Atlanta,
So let's talk a little bit about you as a producer. You know, when it comes to there's not a lot of producers out here around Springfield. You know, that are minorities and young.
Yeah.
So you know, what have been some of your struggles? You know, how did you come up with a studio like that?
Man, I think just, you know what I mean, the biggest thing is just, you know, Springfield, unfortunately, there's a lot of, I mean, I don't want to say unfortunately, but fortunately, there's a lot of talented people in Springfield and they don't get their just dues. And so what it creates is it almost breeds almost this crab in the barrel type of mentality, you know. And so I think the hardest thing is just trying to connect people, but that's one of my strongest.
So that was one of your struggles as a producer, or you know.
So when you say producer, you know, yeah, I come from creating beats, but when I look at a producer is the type of person that brings people together, brings certain sounds, you know what I mean? Brings this producer and this producer
Right.
together, this artist together,
Right.
this manager with this videographer with this artist. That's a producer to me.
Yeah, and I'm talking about all that. You know what I mean? If you
Okay,
can go
okay.
deep and talk a little bit about that, you know, because it's not very easy though. How does the people, you know, find you guys, you know, as some music?
Man, we're on every social, you know what I mean, platform, from anywhere from YouTube to Instagram. I mean, HISO.music on Instagram, HISO Music on YouTube, I mean, HISO Music across the board. If you want to find me, I'm at BP the Plug.
So when it comes to you, it looks like, you know, you are very much established in Springfield. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like you are established, or you feel like you still got to wait, you know, to do?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, I still got a long way to go, but I definitely think I'm established. You know, I definitely put groundwork for a foundation, you know what I mean, to build walls on. I definitely think, you know, we can still add on to this building.
Right.
Not necessarily in the physical, but, you know what I mean, just this journey in life. I still think that we can add on, always make things better, meet new people, develop, you know, that's what I'm about. So.
And I want to talk a little bit also about the logo, because I've seen your logo, you got the chains on. I wonder, like, what inspired you to have the logo like that you have?
Man, to be honest with you, it just comes from just being a place in my life that came from just desperation. You know, I was in a situation I didn't really want to be in, and I found myself just daydreaming, and I just started, you know what I mean, just almost drawing what you guys see today, you know what I mean, in the background. And it just kind of just comes from just, you know, where I was at, and I wanted to create an entertainment company, and I was like, I know that it needs a certain symbol, it needs something that just like Nike has. You know, I want to be able to put this symbol up and not even have to say high school music. When you see the symbol, you should already know. And I mean, just a little info. I mean, the diamond stands for learn, loyalty, and live. The crown stands for power. The glasses stand for pleasure and enjoyment, and it just, you know, comes together as live, loyalty, learn over power, and power over pleasure and enjoyment. That's where it comes from.
So you say that so your government name sounds African, right?
Yeah, I'm
So
Nigerian.
talk
You
about
already
that part, because we got
yeah.
a lot of people now for Springfield that are in Nigeria. So you want to give a shout out to?
I kind of blend in well, you know, but I'm a Niger boy all the way, you know, like, you know, I'm Yoruba, you know, my people from Akure, you know, like, my town shout outs to everybody out there, you know, I'm a real village boy, you know, I come from there, so.
So when was the last time you've been in Nigeria?
Man, I want to say the last time was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I had to go out there to bury my great grandma. So.
How you felt? How old were you?
Man, so 29 now, so that was 5 years ago, 24.
And that's also good to know that you're only 29, so under 30, and I want to shout out, and I want to, like, you know what I mean, congratulate you for that, being under 30 and being an entrepreneur, that's something that I want to salute. So, are you married? Do you have kids?
No, I'm not married, but I do.
Man, most African men be married by this age. That's what I was told.
I'm not your traditional African man, I guess, but I definitely I have one daughter. You know, I'm a single dad. You know, I spend most of my days, just handling business and just raising my daughter, just trying to myself figure out how to turn this girl into an amazing woman. So that's my job.
You growing up in America, having your African roots, can you talk a little bit about that part, that transition, that cultural differences and stuff like that? When people look at you, with the tattoos, the dreads, and all that,
I could say, on both sides of the fence, I get I get the taboo, when it comes to on the American side of the fence, it's kind of hard, trying to apply for things, or or even just imagine, I add you as a friend on Facebook and you see my name, you're like, man, where is he from? So, and then, on the other side of the fence, when it comes to like the Africans and stuff, like, like right now, it's becoming more acceptable, the tattoos, dreads and everything, but I know, I get people in my comments talking about, man, real African men don't braid their hair back like that or do certain things. And it's like, bro, I'm a real African man. So, if that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling. You can't take that from me. So I find myself balancing both worlds. But I think that's what makes me special is that, there is a lot of people like me and you that balance both worlds and they need a voice. And, I feel like I'm not the right person to be the voice for them.
So when it comes to the business that you have, ISO, talk a little bit about that. What is ISO?
So ISO Music is basically just an entertainment company. I mean, we have recording studios, we have podcasts, we have event halls, we have production rooms, we have videography labs, we do advertisement. I mean, we're a full-on entertainment company. It was
And you guys also produce artists, right?
Oh yeah. So I also got 2 record labels. I got a label called High School Music, and then I got a label called TGE. And I mean, on both of the labels, definitely got talented different type of artists that range from R&B to hip hop to reggae to gospel. I mean, I still feel like we got a long way to go, but I definitely can say the talent is there. We just need to fine tune a couple of things.
So when it comes to the to the artists that you have, can you talk a little bit about the struggles that you are in the there is there some miscommunication sometimes, or
I think the biggest thing, when it just comes to just, being an artist out here, especially, an artist on the come up, a lot of people just want to, be an artist, record the music and just kind of do the things that, making the music, but it's so much more than that, you know what I mean? This is a business, and a lot of artists don't come at it from a business standpoint. So they make this music, but then they don't have enough money or they don't have the finances to really push it, like, on the advertising, on the marketing, or like, traveling and stuff. But then you get like certain people that are big on the business side, but don't really, you know, have the artistry side world, which I mean, they don't really got the sound. They got the money to push their stuff, but they don't really got that sound.
So how do you pick them? You know, there's like everyone comes here, hey man, I'm talented. Let me be a member. How do you pick them?
Just, you know, that's a, you know, some people just got it. You know, that's a. I feel like one of my gifts is like I got an ear for it. You know, like I got an ear for it, not just, you know, one certain type of talent. You know, all my life I've been listening to music, and I know there's a lot of people that have. And I'm not trying to say that everybody that's been listening to music all their life got an ear like that. But like I just said, like I got artists that range from almost every genre, and I can tell you, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here, you know what I mean, and say they better than the next, but I can tell you they problems, and I mean they definitely, you know, something, you know what I mean, to reckon with. You can follow all of them or find them on any of our High Soul Music social media pages. But I think if you have heard them,
do you have like a favorite one that you want to give a shout out?
No, I don't got a favorite artist, because in my head, you know, since they all in different genres, it's almost like having different type of basketball players. Like how you gonna say, you know, the point guard's better than
LeBron is a superstar.
Man, to you he is, and I'm not saying he's not to me, but
you know, and everybody else in the team knows that LeBron is a superstar.
Yeah,
so
I get what you're saying, but nah, shout outs to, I mean, everybody from, you know, Taxum to Terrell to Roderick to, man, I mean, to even on the TGE side, Nagi to Ye, you know, Ye times Ye, you know what I mean? Shout out to Zakari, shout outs to, you know, Betsy Bessera that does management for us, you know, shout out to everybody that's a part of High Soul that makes us bus run.
So do you have like female artists?
Yeah.
How many of them?
So, I mean, female artists, we work with a variety of female artists. I mean, that's one thing that's been big with High Soul, is that to us, it's not about necessarily like, you know, if you're a boy, you're a guy, what age, you know what I mean? It's about like, you know what I mean, the full package. And sometimes you might not even have the full package, and we understand that. But our team is about developing, and that's what, you know, I think is one of our big strengths, is that we don't give up too easily. You know what I mean? Coming from the middle of America, where we really don't have a lot of these different type of opportunities that come our way, you know, for a team to get together and even try to do what we're doing is almost impossible.
So when it comes to the lyrics,
okay.
Yeah, you know, I see you were like, okay. So how do you like, you know, when it comes to the lyrics, you know, do you have like any barriers, like, you know, like, hey, you cannot rap like that, you can't can't talk about stuff like that?
No, I don't do that with my artists, you know what I mean? It don't even matter what age they is, or, you know what I mean, how they come in. I feel like, you know, especially, you know,
the message, basically, like
the message. It's supposed to be an art, you know, and it's not my job to censor the art. It's my job to help develop the art.
So you don't care about what type of message they're bringing out?
I don't want to say I don't care, you know what I mean, about what the next man says, because, you know, I'm always going to have my opinion, but do I use my opinion to, you know, direct what they have to say just because I don't like it? Nah.
So when it comes to your artists, do you like do like a background check? You know, do you host like, you know, someone who has a, you know, a type of influence or you know what I mean?
You mean like a job interview, like?
No, man. When I mean a job, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there were some artists that, you know, that are, you know, like, you know, in certain gangs and stuff like that. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
So, you know what I mean? Especially just, you know, me just coming from, you know, that life and just a lot of different type of, you know what I mean, lives like that. It's not my job, once again, to judge what a man did in the past. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean, how they run it. Once again, it's my job to just develop them, you know what I mean, try to get them on the right path, you know, that I can. You know, if I see that it's detrimental to what we trying to do, then I'm gonna pull them to the side and be like, okay, you know what we're trying to do. I can't have you in jail, I can't have you over here, you know what I mean, when we're trying to make money over here. So business-wise, it don't make sense.
So what is the African culture to you, you know, in your own words?
The African culture to me,
the dressing
would be, if I could put it in 2 words, would be Mother Nature. Africa is, I feel like, the beginning and the end. And, you know, I feel like just as Africa being Mother Nature, you know what I mean, it's Mother Nature's job when it has kids, not to, like, you know, like be like, oh, this kid, yeah, this is my bad kid because he doesn't act like this kid or act like this kid. Now, as a mother, you're supposed to embrace all your kids and try to put them on the right path that you can. They'll never be quite like you, but it's your job to try to nurture them the best way that you can. And I feel like that's what Africa is to this world.
So, talk a little bit about the part, the struggle to start a business. How did you get up to have a building that is this big?
Building this big, I can say that on top
Where
of
you get the money from?
Man, shoot, that's a good question. I'm playing.
I mean, people want to know stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta let them. We gotta let them know.
Yeah, I want to say that on top of just before I had this big building and stuff, I had a small studio, and I used to do different type of events and stuff like that, and just it was almost like what I was telling you when it comes to like business and being an artist. When I started, this company, I was more just an artist. And that first year of just being an artist and just making only music and stuff like that, we was broke. I mean, we was so broke, I didn't even know how we would get past that year. But then when I started doing like, my own studio and different other type of businesses and stuff, I was able to afford this building and able to afford more equipment and stuff for the artists to use, which made our music better. And so that's why, I go back to saying that, if you're going to be an artist, like business plays a big hand in your brand. Like your brand is the business.
So do you see yourself more as a businessman or more as an artist?
Oh man, that's a good question. To be honest with you, all my life I've been, fighting with that, question. And now that I know myself better and I just know where I'm going, you know what I mean? I'm neither nor, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that, like, I'm not the good businessman without being the artist, and I'm not the good artist without being the businessman. They work hand in hand together for me to be one or the other or better at one or the other.
All right, man. So that was our last question, and thank you for having us in your building today. And if you have any words you want to give a shout out to someone, so this is the time.
Man, I just want to give a shout out just to everybody that's just been rocking with me. Like I really do appreciate this, man.
What about the haters?
The haters, I want to thank them too. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be where I'm at without the haters. They keep me on my toes, and you know what I mean. And at the same time, they humble me. Like like if you get to the top and you don't have no haters, you got.